My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois.
My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois.
My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from
Hey y'all.
Dolton,
Hey guys. Hold on. Let me turn this off. So hey guys, y'all didn't woke me up. So I guess I am feeling kind of better. So I got blocked over there at Cafe of Knowledge, I guess. You know, I don't like to put things on people because that would be my first time. But I wanted to just let me just see. I wanted y'all to hear something because this is the thing about Dolton. People, okay, it's sad. You'll never hear me like y'all. I'm sorry, this is my personality. I'm not gonna change. I do know how to stand up for myself, but I think about other people, and I don't want my stuff like to be on the internet where I'm going back and forth with somebody for the rest of my life. So I don't do that. That's just my deposition. Even when for instance, and I'm not bringing this up in a negative way. Anybody in here can tell when the stuff happened with Grace Levi, I didn't say anything to Grace. I let her just go and go and go until she came here, and I was like, man, it's sad that we both can't be in the same place because it'd be cool if you get to know me. The same thing with everybody else that was attacking me. I don't go back and forth. I think it's not a good energy. It's low vibrational, and I don't do that because at the end of the day, what's going to happen, this whole saga of Tiffany Henyard, it's going to end. And when it ends, it's going to be a lot of people looking like, oh, wait, this was true and this was not true. So I just want to show you guys some things because I'm all about paperwork. If you go to my last video, I was like, y'all big mad chit chat. It was because everyone had so many hateful comments about Tiffany. And I go in this video and I say clearly, I said, hey guys, the caller was right from Cafe of Knowledge because she was in the inside. If you guys was in my live earlier, let me know. I clearly said the caller was correct because she saw it from the inside. Everyone on the internet made a video. Y'all sent it to me. So I covered the video. Now, this whole, I don't know. I'm really sad because somebody sent me her video before. One of my subscribers, and I subscribed and I started watching because I said, oh, she's kind of funny and I like her fashion. Y'all know I'm about fashion. So I was listening to her. So clearly what I said was that. Now let's just go to my video, please. Because if you have to file a copyright, please go right ahead. That is fine. We could duke it out that kind of way because it was not, you weren't correct, because it's going to be a big issue when you start taking people live streams and using it. That's why Shay's going to court now for point blank to fight for YouTubers' rights, because this is simple as can be. But I understand. I feel like Tiffany. I understand people want the clicks and the views, and people making a lot of money. Okay. Now, when you go to my video, let me just share. Hey, you guys, and I know the negative stuff will get more than the positive stuff. So if you go right here, I said, let's review the Cafe of Knowledge interview. Tiffany Henry is a liar. So then I go under that. Do y'all see it highlighted? This has been, I added her. So I don't know if that was wrong for YouTube etiquette. I didn't think so, because I like people to at me when they're talking about me so I could check their video out. And then I say under here, for a full interview, go to Cafe of Knowledge. And please subscribe to these independent channels. And I tagged everybody. I always make sure people get their props. Now, the name calling and the back and forth, that's not my vibe. So I'm not going to do that. I said what I said in her comments. Like, no, I said the lady was right and I was right. You know why, you guys? The woman was inside. So if she was inside, and yes, I was outside, Tiffany was inside while I was outside. I 100% agree. Now, the problem was the caller said it's not an issue when she let out when the doors open, you guys. You know what happened? People started leaving. You see that in my video. So because she was inside already, she very well could have thought, oh, everybody got in. They voted at 7. And yeah, and she's just saying Tiffany was there and it was no people with the wheelchairs and stuff like that. She honestly didn't see it. So I don't know why we have to do all this. It's not that serious, you guys. Tiffany's gonna leave. When Tiffany when Tiffany leave, a lot of people are gonna have to switch what they're doing. We already heard, and I'm not assuming it's this young lady, but we already know who controls the internet for a lot of people. That's why a lot of people stopped covering Tiffany. Because it just got too messy. And the only reason I'm covering Tiffany, amongst other things, is to give y'all the other side of the story. That's the only reason. My channel was already established before Tiffany Henry, before Long Island audit, before anybody. I was the first one to start live streaming as well. So when I saw Reality Check TV and Critical, when I saw them start live streaming, what sense do it make me sitting up there live streaming too? And it's like we got to split an audience between 3 or 4 people. I just give my commentary. So if she wants to do that, that's fine. And it'll just be like we have to battle it out on YouTube, because that's for sure is transformative content. And all I said, credit her more than once. Credit her more than once. Nobody's attacking anybody. I don't attack anybody, and I don't call people names and all of that stuff, and it's no beef. Now, this is the question you guys have to ask. Every other YouTuber, y'all know I'm trying to do a DoorDash video, excuse me. It's so hard to do this DoorDash video. You see right here, timestamped, it happened. It was already in that. It's no beef. It's nothing like that. You just see my point of view. Again, I'm under the weather, but I'm feeling better, y'all. Sometimes you just got to get out the bed. So I got out the bed and I'm like, oh man, I feel a little better. Sweat it out. But I'm not for Tiffany. So a lot of people hate that I'm not for Tiffany or against Tiffany. I am just covering the story like everybody else. But I see things in a different perspective and give you guys my perspective. And that's freedom of speech. Now, what I'm not going to do is attack another sister. I'm not going to do that. Y'all have seen what I've been through. I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. So I know everybody is coming to back to, oh, Burgundy, look at this. And this is what she's saying, and screenshot. The only thing I could say is if she has 300 people out there because of my name in the title, good for her. Let her make her bag. Let her make her bag. I just don't appreciate name calling and all of that stuff. I think we could all say our perspectives the right way, because I'm not going to do it to y'all. So it's boring because I don't have anything to say because this is my personality. I don't have none. The trustees here can't stand me, so I know they all tuned in. They over there like, ooh, child. They like, ooh. But yeah, again, just in case the caller took it the wrong way, just in case, I clearly said in that video, y'all big mad. And that was directed to the comments. And then we had a nice discussion about politics, right? We had Gardis on there. That's it. Hey, Brandon. No, it's not, Kenneth. Why do you think that? You don't listen to my, so you don't listen to my show, obviously. Because how do you feel my audience is pro Tiffany? Everybody that come on my show, they go against what I say. They all do. They're like, we just heard a caller today that said, I'll just stay home. Because they don't believe in what's going on in the system anymore. Now, if you guys just want to have that, hey, Brandon, that's a hello. If you want to have that narrow point of view where you just hate Tiffany and everything is Tiffany's fault and you can't see like the huge picture, that's the problem. Do I feel like Tiffany would have won if we all were let in? No, I done said that 1,000 times. No, I don't. I don't feel like I'm not trying to wish that on nobody because I don't like that either. I'm not trying to wish anything or talk negative. It's too much. She's not going to win. I've said that I want to say the last 9 months. Tiffany's not going to win supervisor, but she has a chance of winning Dolton. I don't understand why nobody hear those words come out my mouth. You get what I'm saying, Kenneth? So when people come on my platform, they come on here and tell me, how, they be like, Berg, how can you? Look at what she did. Now, I don't know why I said it was good for what we was, the same thing happened, y'all. We were standing outside there. We've been standing outside at Village Hall. Both of them are wrong. Now, this is my true point of view. I think they messed up. We shall see. If Tiffany didn't have an assessor, that disqualified her, right? They should have just let her get on the floor and when she said, I nominate myself, Napoleon should have said, you know what? Go ahead. And then had a vote between the two. It would have been easy. Now, she probably would have came back and said, oh, my people didn't get in, or she wanted to recount. I understand that. But thank you, Gus. I understand that. If I wanted to, I would make the most money on YouTube if I would come on YouTube and say, hey, guess what? The stuff I really see. Y'all, I caught Tiffany outside with a bonnet. I remember me and my friend saw Lacey at Sam's Club. Easy picture, easy views, easy for y'all to make fun of, but he deserved his privacy too. So I have to live with these people. And I think that that's the problem. Now, a lot of people don't like the way I say it, and that's fine. You don't have to listen. But what I'm saying is I then credited her twice. I'm not going to tear another person down. I don't do that. I always, even all the stuff I've been through, I always try to call for peace. I do. I try to call for peace, but I'm not going to let you just walk over me. Now, I will be back to Tiffany. So, and I don't want any caller, because I know how callers get. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm sending people after them. I don't even know who the lady was. If you go to YouTube, what's the difference between me covering it and everybody that covered it but was on the lady's side? I clearly said, and I repeat, she is right. She is right from her point of view. I'm showing you my point of view. She's absolutely right. Tiffany was inside the building. I was there. She was inside the building already. Now, what I don't understand is the first day Tiffany was late. Everybody was on that bandwagon. Now everybody on the bandwagon when she was in there. Which one is it? That's what I don't, that's what I'm getting. That's what I don't understand. Right. See all this, but this is distraction, David. We ain't heard nothing from nobody. This is a distraction. But I gotta live here whether Napoleon is the dang on supervisor or Tiffany or the Republicans, which is, again, I go to that point. See how we act? Do you see anybody up there? They're gonna fly under the radar. Trump in office too? they're gonna fly under the radar, and then everybody gonna be butt out naked, looking crazy. Okay, because they did everything decent and in order, and they're not going back and forth arguing about it. No one even knows the candidates' names off the top of their heads. It's really weird that we just ignore that the Republican people are running as well. Now, the Republican Party. Now, let me tell you this. I already said what I said about that. Sorry, guys. When you get down to it, this is my question. Why didn't it, this is what I'm saying. Let her, when she said my name, they could have let her go on the floor, right? And then y'all are saying she doesn't have an assessor, which I don't think she did, because I didn't see it on that ticket. I didn't see an assessor on the ticket, but she said she did. So we don't know, because they could have just let her talk. Also, everyone's forgetting the third rule of all of this. Number 3, that they had number whatever that they had final. Guess what? No one running for supervisor can hold office within 12-month period before or after running. So she's disqualified like 3 different ways. So why are we arguing about what about the people that are running? What are they promising to do other than transparency? And this is definitely, you guys don't fall for it, because y'all know that Jerry Jones been gone 60 days. They have to get the township to vote in a candidate, because then they'll have the majority vote. So like if they get someone on their team and we all raise our hand for that person at the vote, and that's coming up next week. I think it's next week, yeah. Then that person gonna go against Tiffany. If Tiffany gets someone, they're gonna go for Tiffany. So that's why the trustees are really not showing up, because they got a chance to have the majority vote with Jerry Jones gone. Easy peasy. But if you like the drama, I just want the residents to be okay. The people that listen to my show, it's for the residents. It's really not a lot of, I have more insiders here than I have more neighbors listening to me than I have outsiders, because they want to know a different perspective of what's going on. It's fun to listen to the gossip and all of that stuff, but you gonna let that stuff fly under your nose, which I guess, I always like to play devil's advocate. I guess it's okay if you're doing a distraction, because that stops everybody from knowing what really is going on. You know what I mean? So there we have it. I don't go back and forth. I don't argue with people. I don't call people names. I don't know if people are mothers, grandma. I don't even call Tiffany names. I just do my content. So that's it. That's all. So y'all blowing my phone up. I understand. And I said it clearly, and she blocked me because I said it clearly, like, no, that's not what I said. I said she is right, and here's her point of view, and this is my point of view. That's why it's called a point of view. The caller was absolutely right. When she was in there, she saw Tiffany by the back. Tiffany was in there. It was taken. Now this is the question for everybody. This is the question. Nobody lives here to get no content. So they have to go to all the streamers to get the content. Thornton Township does not stream live. Dolton does not stream live. So if you're covering the content of other streamers, is that a hold on 1 second, y'all. This is my neighbor. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna cover something else because I thought this was gossip, and I was like, "Girl, I already hear." And she's like, "No, did you hear about allegedly it's maggots in the kids' spaghetti at Dirksen Middle School? Did you guys hear about that? We got to look into that. I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about it. So we're gonna cover that. So after I do this live, I'm gonna cover that. That's the that's our neighborhood. We say Dirksen still, but I think it's STEM. That's our neighborhood middle school, right? So everybody goes there. So this is very, I'm sad. Oh no, not maggots. Oh, that can you imagine the horror? Oh my god, I don't even like bean sprouts in my fried rice. Okay, sorry, got off topic. So what was I talking about, y'all? Sorry. Oh. So is that where everyone's gonna start going with copyright infringement? Because you clearly got credited, the content was clearly transformed, and the content was under 30 seconds. I am confusion, as I say. As I say. Now, that's all I gotta say, you guys. I know you guys are really what? Hold on, y'all sending me everything. Oh, hold on, y'all sending me everything. I didn't know this was happening too. See, this is what I like about my community. See, it's stuff going on here, and people are like, "Hey, Berg, can you cover this? Can you cover that?" So I have to cover what's happening at the middle school. I have to cover. It's more than just Tiffany, you guys. It's not just. This is a community that really needs help. Like it's bad. So again, just to recap, that caller was right from her point of view, and I said that earlier. Got a whole video. Oh, hey, Conscious, I could send you the timestamp when I clearly said it in that other video, where I said, and then you guys see the full credit in the act. So what? Now this is my question. That's why I said, did y'all see any other content creator covering what the caller did? I just want to go through. I know. I think I saw. I like this other channel. I think it's Let me go to him and see. But I understand clicks. You know what? I kind of learned it from Tiffany. I hate to say, like, behind the scenes, I'm sort of like, if she could take it every day, what's the problem? And then when you say something to defend yourself, they block you. I said what I said. I said what I said. What is that guy name? I like his channel too. I subscribe to him. I subscribe to people that don't even like Tiffany. Oh yeah. So I think it's Shadow Seeker, Dear Woke Christian. Everybody covered this, but they covered it on the perspective that Tiffany lied. Now I could just give y'all my scenario. I said, thanks, Gus. Hey, they again, big Ob. They said most of my they thanks, Gus. They said most of my audience are Tiffany supporters. Can you please clear the air, Big Ob? Can you clear? This is a safe place to come. Big Ob, when I first started covering Tiffany, this is the person that he was just like, no. He was like, you're wrong. Look at this from this angle. And I was like, no, Big Ob, but no, look at this. And then Big Ob was like, I'm telling you. And then I was like, dang, you big. So that's why I say, Big Ob, you told me so, because he was able to converse with me and say, no, this is my point of view. And I was able to say, no, this is what I see. And I started to see things a little different. The same with Gardis Watts. When he comes on, he's not a Tiffany supporter. He talks about what's going on in the politics from a point of view. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't see, I see it, but I don't see it. And then they just tell me. So that's where Big Ob, I told you so. So I don't do, like I don't do all that, Conscious. I'm not gonna do all that. I didn't do it, and you know what? I always bring this young lady up. I hope it's not offensive because we kind of crossed the threshold. But when I just was like, when that young lady, when she made video after video of me and streamed the court case and all that, y'all didn't hear me say anything negative. Never. You know why? Because I'm like, in my head, this Tiffany saga is going to end. Number two, even though she didn't like me, she's fighting for Cara Wilson as well. And number three, she has the right to her opinion. So I hope I hope you guys can see my point of view, because this is the real smoke and mirrors. Like, we sit over here talking about what's going on at the middle school. We got to get to that. Wait a minute. What Juliet says? She explained it. There was no video out showing Tiffany in the room. Reality Check TV had it. He had the video. It was up. It was a full video. Tiffany in the room. Once the video came out showing she was in the room, everyone had to correct the information. And I think that's fair, Juliet. I hope I'm saying it. I think that's fair. Hey, Choose. Don't worry about it, Conscious. That's the name of the game, to get people distracted. So if it's gonna be a strike, it's gonna be a strike, child. Because I followed all the rules, and we'll just have to duke it out that way on the strike sector. But then, like I said, so is everyone gonna start striking each other when they're covering live streams and stuff like that? Are people gonna start when they don't shout out people live streams? I saw a content creator use my whole video at the Kamal video, because I was the first one to get it. Didn't credit me once. Am I supposed to go over there and strike them and mess up their livelihood? If you covered my video with the Kamal thing, you should be crediting me, right? Right? I was the only one in there. My phone was broke, so y'all got the audio. I uploaded it before Regina got to her part. I was there. So I don't understand with the big deal. And they be watching they be stop smoking. And it's sad. You know what, Conscious? It's sad because didn't you tell us more than once you had a heart attack? And that's really sad. You know what I mean? Because people don't know other people's story. It's just for the, I was never that person to do the back and forth. I was the skinny girl, picked on and stuff like that. And I learned how to just, people going to say what they say. In the industry I'm in, it happens every day. So I see people going through that stuff. So if I can help you make some money, child, by using my name, go right ahead. And she's like, and then it's monetized. Yeah. So I really don't get it. So I don't get it, but I don't break people down. I don't do that to people. That's just not me. And it's really sad because I had just started following her. Somebody just put me on that channel, and I said, "Oh, okay, she's kind of funny." Okay, and I started. I'm sorry, guys. And I started following that way. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of it'll be a sad day if people can't have their opinions. Sorry, guys. I'm looking up this spaghetti situation. I got to get to that. Check on your kids if they go to Dirksen. Check on your kids. No, they don't. So like we go look, and I got y'all send me the list all the time. Y'all send me the list of the people that use my content. Don't credit me, and I just be like, it don't matter. It don't matter. Getting super chats, doing everything. That's fine. I mean, I think it's not fair for me to put it out there and then the people can't share it and the knowledge can't spread because I don't have a big channel. So if I put it out there, I want more people to see their point of view and go from there. You know what I mean? I don't think that would be fair for me to be like, that's my stuff. You got no, because you have an audience that's not following me. No big deal. And you're transforming it by doing your commentary. So that's it. Yes, girl. Somebody just I don't want to say it. Allegedly spaghetti. I gotta clean it up. Allegedly before Dirk says sue me.
I got some clothes. I got some jewelry. The rest I got tied up in investments. I ain't got nothing else.
And okay, so back to what's going on now with me, because y'all, let me tell you something. Uh, that's the problem. Everybody looks beyond what's happening. That's why we couldn't even get in. Yes, yes. Let me tell you, we were stuck outside the code. Napoleon didn't let us in. At 7 o'clock, we had a right to vote. Now, your response is, well, Tiffany did it. Does it make it right? Do two wrongs make it right? No. I do get what y'all say. She got beat at her own game. But now, guess who got to pay for the lawsuit? The taxpayers and all of that stuff, the back and forth. And this is the other thing. You could have eliminated Tiffany 8 different ways. She did not allegedly have an assessor, right? She held office. The rule said you cannot be run for supervisor and hold an office within a 12-month period. All you had to do was let the people vote. He would have won fair and square, but her people was outside. Now, was every person outside her person? No, I was there. I talked to some people that I went to high school with, and they were there to support Napoleon. Now they came in, they said, oh, we heard it was the caucus today. They heard on my show. I said, yeah, 7 o'clock. They were waiting in the car. They were waiting in the car out front because they had their mom with them. So when they were waiting out front, just to see if the light was going to move, they never got out the car, really. A lot of people never got the car. Now, did I think it's 500 people out there? No. I think it was a good 200. I think it was about 200 people out there. And it was traffic, so a lot of people would have been late. That's why I was like, man, this is going to go on to midnight. I had no idea he was going to start the caucus. And I thought it was going to be like the night she got inaugurated. I'm sorry, not inaugurated, appointed. I thought it was going to be like that. So yeah, a lot of people outside was Tiff supporters, but you couldn't get in. I don't understand. It's plain and simple. It's plain and simple. When he came over there, when he came over there and did the luncheon before the vote, that I think the people should have came out, registered. Everybody that registered was officially there, and that's it. And it would have been a done deal. Now we're gonna be in court for months, or y'all done pissed Tiffany off. You see what I'm saying? And she's still the supervisor till when? April? I think the new supervisor take place in May. So that will be a whole back and forth with that's 6 months of back and forth with the trustees of Tiffany, and that's going to hurt the residents. That's it. I don't care about anybody but the residents. Because let me tell you something, y'all, and I'm saying this loud and clear. Ain't nobody missed a paycheck. Not the trustees, not Tiffany, not none of them missed a paycheck. And that's what I'm saying. Whether we have a meeting or we don't have a meeting, they direct deposit drop. Okay? So just let's be clear about that. So it's nobody really sacrificing but the residents. They are the only one caught in the crossfire. You know what I mean? Clark, go to the crossroads. Hold on, let me get you out. What are you doing here? I thought you'd been gone. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah. What you say, choose? I'm not trying to hear about meeting lockouts because that was a caucus. Those are two different things entirely. Yeah. It's two different things. And that's it. I don't have much to say. I credited the young lady. I said it clearly in my video. I said, you know what? This is the caller's point of view. This is what was happening on the outside. I stand by what I said. She saw what she saw from the inside. I saw what I saw from the outside. So at 7:07 in my video, you can see the people starting to walk out. Is that young lady right? Yes, because we started to leave. But yes, am I right? Yes, because we were in line, and that's it. But you only, it's so draining when stuff got to be one sided all the time, just one sided. I didn't even see it. It's not. Yeah, we're not talking about. Thank you. Church bells at 7. Um, and everybody has the right to their commentary, their opinion. One thing about me, I like to do things fair and in order. If you don't bother me, it's no problem. I don't got no problem with you, and that's it. That's all. It's like it's no big deal. Y'all was calling me, and y'all. I'm sorry. I actually feel like I got this code standing out there. That's where I was like, oh my God, I was trying to fight it because you know how you get that tickle in your throat, and I was trying to fight it, and then finally I just couldn't fight it no more. So excuse my voice, you guys. Yeah, we just shake it up and shake it off and keep moving, because my thing is to make sure that the residents, like you, Conscious, having the warrant list, that is so important to have the warrant list. Did y'all see the warrant list? Did you see how much we paid for a dog kennel? $20,000. Now we're talking about, would you say choose apples and oranges? Apples and oranges. We sitting over there paying $20,000 for a kettle, a dog house. That's a problem. The residents need to know that. Now we see on Conscious Channel, we actually see the warrant list with Amazon. That's important. The residents need to know that. It's not just about the Tiff show. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it takes everything. It's just, it takes everything in me not to just click the button and say clickbait. 10 reasons I hate Tiffany Hilliard. Y'all will fly over here if I said 10 reasons I hate Tiffany, and you know, put a chicken bone in her mouth, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to Tiffany. I'm not gonna do it to the trust. That's another thing. I'm meant to tell y'all. Somebody sent me, hey Magnolia. Somebody sent me a video, and they said I was doxing Kiana Belcher, and you clearly hear me in the video. That's why I'm like, man, I'm scared people don't use okay. If you don't like Tiffany, do you see how we got here? Could I ask that question? Do you see, if you don't like Tiffany, do you see how the people got here? One-sided mind. So I roll up. I'm at the meeting. Keith Price come and say, hey, I want to give you something. I'm thinking it's the warrant list. Shout out to my people that came with me to the, shout out to the crew. He handed it to me. You clearly see me flipping it, and then I see an address. And I say, oh no, I don't think we should put this online. Have y'all seen me cover it? Now, she's a public official, but let me tell you about apples and oranges. Now, Napoleon, Mike read his address on national TV. Read his address on national TV in front of Channel 7. Now, that's a little different, but it's still not doxed because he's a public official, and public officials' addresses are public. However, Kiana Belcher is another sister. I care about her well-being. I'm not going to do her the way y'all was doing Tiff, taking pictures and putting it in front of her mama house, whether I agree with what Kiana Belcher does or not. It's a right way and a wrong way to handle things. And yes, she's a public official. On my channel, I choose not to do that. That's it. That's it. That's just my channel. Now, if I do a breakdown of Kiana Belcher and what happened and all that stuff, that's what other people do. I've never done breakdowns of finances. I never did breakdowns of history. I don't do stuff like that because that's not my forte. We keep it light over here. We talk fashion. We talk fun. We keep it. Yeah, it's not a hard, and you know what, the sad thing, as long as he has Okay, so Gus, that's where we can have a discussion. Okay, it was extreme, right? I can agree. But that's not going to disqualify him because he probably has a qualified address in the city. Half these people y'all watching don't live in Dolton. They just got an address, child. They just got an address. That's it. That's it. Believe me when I tell you they just got an address. They using their address. That's all. It's like it's both ways. I'm gonna tell it to you both ways. Now, do y'all really think Napoleon Harris is living a millionaire? He living in Harvey? Let me know. Let me know. And it's no shade to Harvey. It's some nice houses in the cut. But do you really think? No. I mean, that's common sense. You're gonna want to bring now. This is the thing. Homewood is partially in the township, but Flossmoor is not. So, I mean, that's it. That's all. Okay. So that's all I gotta say. Child, if you gotta strike. We could duke it out that way. It's gonna be, I guess it'll be a duke out war with everybody, because it's like if you're using, it's gonna turn. It's probably will change stuff on YouTube. It'll change a lot of things, because if you're trying to get the tea and certain people are like, I'm the only one there. So what do I do? No, don't use my stuff. That's copyright. If no, my channel is for the public, and everybody could run their channel the way they want to. Okay, and I don't go for name calling. I don't talk other people clothes. That's what my grandma used to say. I don't do none of that. So this is my response. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Hey, Tracy. Tracy, what happened? Did you change channels? I don't see your thing. I have to look over my stuff. Yeah, it's easy because my name was a hot topic. And you know the sad part of it, everyone wants to beat up on one person, right? Like somebody put a violin in the chat for me. Somebody put the violins in the chat. But in reality, the sad part is if you don't care about the residents, and you're just doing it for, oh, Jason responded to you, great. No, that's work, Conscious. Thanks for doing the work. Like, we really needed those warrant lists, and we really need to see where the money going. What was that? $2,400 for corn cups? I'm mad. If y'all don't open a can of corn and put some of that, what is it, mayonnaise and cayenne pepper, and save some money. Don't Tiffany know how to cook? She should have been making the corn at home. Shoot. Yeah, I think we should all start from scratch, because this is all just, and it's really sad because you could see, okay, so the shift in YouTube, you could see. Remember, the huge YouTubers was doing a Tiffany video 6-7 times a day. A lot of YouTubers started to say, yeah, this is not right. This is not right. That I think the whole house needs to be clean. That was a lot of people's point of view down there. Hooters, why you went to Hooters every week? Exactly. Oh, I feel that way too, kid. So that's like my 2 cents. Y'all got me out of bed. My phone, my Instagram, y'all, it's okay. Long as people don't, one thing is talking. When you get to threatening me, that's my only problem. Talk is talk. That's fine. Threats, that I don't like. Now that is a whole different ball game. So y'all don't have to, I appreciate y'all, but y'all don't have to like panic. I know, panic. It's okay. But I just wanted to come on here and show y'all 2 things. She's added. I said for full interview, go to Cafe of Knowledge. I added her in the title. And I think, if I don't know, Conscious, did you hear it? Did you hear the live? I saw you had went in the chat. Did she say we used it and act like it was ours? I didn't. I gotta listen to it. I was like, no, I didn't. Clearly. And then finally, lastly, I want y'all to let this ring like the bell you heard when I was outside at 7:00. Okay. The caller was right from her point of view. That's why it's so important to have different points of view. She told us Tiffany was in there, and I'm glad she did, because I didn't know people were running with the story that Tiffany was late. I just thought it was a lot of people just because they hate Tiffany. They're like, she was late. I was like, no, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. I had no idea that was the story that everybody ran with. Seriously, I just thought it was chit chat, just some chatter. So now you got to see that Tiffany was in there. Now, I didn't watch all of Tiffany videos, so if she said it was 500 people outside, then guess what you do? Go to my video, and you can clearly see it's not 500 people standing in line, right? I ain't count everybody, but we can just about see, but it was a few hundred in line and in their cars and in the warming buses. It was a lot going on outside, and it was people on both sides of the building, guys. Remember that. I went to one side of the building. It was people just hanging out on the other side of the building. It was people in the fire department was next door. It was cold. They let people in, and the church let people in because it was freezing. And it's a Starbucks right over there. So people were just walking over there like, hey, we done, we just gotta walk and park, and that's it, and see what happened. Even the gas station let some people park in the lot because it was nowhere to park. It was nowhere to park. Yeah. Yeah. Tiffany is collecting everyone's videos inside and outside. So that's Hey, I mean, what Trina Downs always say, I'm gonna believe you are my lying eyes. I was there. I saw what happened. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. Everybody else covered it and it was okay. But if we covered it with a different perspective, it's a copyright strike. That's crazy. I've talked to at least 5 people who were in the caucus saying Tiffany was late, didn't know how to respond because eyewitness and video evidence show she wasn't. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to respond that way. And I did drop the link. If Cafe of Knowledge wanted to come on, she's welcome to. I tackle stuff head on. Like, I just tackle stuff head on instead of the back and forth. I just do that. Like, okay, then if we can't come to a resolution, we just can't come to a resolution. And that's it. So yeah, that's it. That's my 2 cents. And I didn't know how to handle that too when people were telling us that she was late. No, you had to be on the list for the luncheon, right? You had to be on the list for that. The caucus rules, because somebody great. I don't know who she is, but she always sends me stuff, clips. But she sent me the caucus rules again, and so she highlighted some stuff for me. The caucus, nobody could be registered before 6. So they opened the door at 5. The people registered for the luncheon. They were on the list. So they went in for the luncheon. 6:30, they told us they were going to let us in. They didn't let us in. 7:00, they voted. The only person that got in was Tiffany, Kamal, the baby, and the bodyguard. Heck, you look at the thing. Andrew Holmes was outside. Quigley was outside. Mike Smith was outside. Everybody was outside. Everybody was outside. They couldn't, even her people could get in. So they were all outside and they couldn't vote. And by 7:00, it was done. My point of view about the caucus is, I think it could have been done a better way. I think she could have nominated herself. We didn't even hear no other nominations. Anybody else could have nominated themselves. I think Napoleon would have won. But it's a way we supposed to do stuff, because in my opinion, we're showing people what's to come in the future. It's just as bad. So sorry guys, excuse me. If you feel like I'm mad, I shouldn't have even been out there. I got sick. If you're mad at the point that everybody makes. Well, Tiffany did it, so what's good for her is good for them. I don't think that's fair in this case because you're showing the residents what could possibly happen. Yes, she got beat at her own game. Do I believe if Tiffany, if she was in Napoleon Harris power, would she have did the same thing? Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why people don't get that. Yeah, it is. It was. It was. So Kenneth got the best comment. You said, but her slate had to be turned in ahead of the actual caucus, from my understanding. Cool. When that happens, right? When did you see the caucus? I know you saw it. The man walked up and said, I want to nominate Napoleon Harris. That was something else we cleared up today because see, it was two people were saying that Napoleon nominated himself. So we had to go back to the video because that's what I heard. Because remember, I was outside and the man came out and said, I said, well, who nominated him? He said himself. So I want to go back and see for myself. But the man walked up next to Tiffany and said, hey, I want to nominate Napoleon Harris and his slate. Now, Tiffany or Kamal or her bodyguard, they could have walked up and said, I want to nominate Tiffany and her slate. And that would have been it. I don't understand why it had to be the drama. Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? Am I explaining myself right? It's like apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges. So if we would have did it the decent and order way, it would have looked better. Like if you look at the Republican caucus, it went so easy. It wasn't nobody there. But I really think the Republicans really have a chance. They are flying under the radar. They like, y'all go over there with that mess and get to fighting it out and acting a fool. Meanwhile, we doing everything by the book, turning in our slate, knocking on doors. That's it. That you lined up, baby. We saw it 4 times, love. Got it. So yeah, I just think that she should have been able to announce it because one comeback was, how did you know? You know what I mean? Now, if Tiff does not have an assessor, if she doesn't have an assessor, it's going to be really hard to get one that has all the qualifications, I think, that Miss Cassandra has. So Miss Cassandra, she's sort of like she's definitely the chess piece. What's that piece in chess, you guys? Because she's like the bishop or something. She's definitely the missing link. Losing the assessor on a different ticket, that's a big blow. So who would be the assessor? So I get all that, you guys. I get all of that. Thank you. That was what I said, Bishop. I get all of that. So that's all I wanted to say. And yeah, I just think we have a long 6 months to go almost. Because, well, was it 5 months technically? Because Tiffany, even if she leaves office, I mean, even if she's out in April, she still sits there until the new one's sworn in. And my bottom line is I feel bad for the residents. That's the only people I feel bad for, the residents. I think it's sad what's happening. I think people are frustrated. And if I was a Tiffany Henyard, 100% die hard, going for bat, wearing her t-shirt and a hat, guess what? That's my right. We all have a right. That's what I don't understand, why when if we're feeling like Tiffany suppressed us for so long, why do you want to take the rights away from the people as well? It doesn't make sense. Okay. All right. Yeah, they're just over here. Let me get off of here because I got to take care of myself. But yeah, guys, so that was it. That was my little 2 cents. Again, I don't want the caller to feel like it's a goon squad over here. We don't have that. We don't have no goon squad. That's not what we do. It's nothing like that. I don't name call. I'm not nothing. This young lady was right from the inside. and I was right from the outside. That's it. You got two different point of views. All right, love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary blue, commentary, burgundy, commentary, comment blue, commentary, comment burgundy blue, commentary blue, commentary.